obviously Tank isn't the biggest 135-pounder. Everybody fights is damn near bigger than him. I think the only person that was smaller than him was.
And that's, you can see with Floyd too. Floyd really was like that too. He really like, although he like continued like they got belts and shit like that, but I mean, pardon me, but.
Roger, that was a defeat. I lost. When I lost a lot of loved ones around me, my grandmother, when I lost the mother of my children, those losses you can't bounce back from.
Floyd Mayweather has begun once again taunting Gervonta Tank Davis, this time by getting involved in Lamont Roach's camp, as he did Frank Martin. Mayweather plans to get Roach ready for the Davis fight and potentially send him to his first defeat of his career before getting out of the game.
He told Frank that he was giving Frank tips.
Really? How'd you know that? Just word of mouth?
I seen
the claims on X that your fight was canceled the last couple of weeks.
He's the one who told Frank that I was running at 5 o'clock.
The record stands for Davis at an unblemished 30-0 with 28 knockouts. He defeated Frank Martin in the amateurs and in June beat him via a knockout. So Mayweather now hopes to make Roach work harder by reducing the lead. A very defensive-minded Mayweather has been giving Roach plans on how not to fall into Davis's high-power punches.
Oh, really? Yeah. So they were like spying her, kind of?
No. He got a club.
This is what it is. You just don't ever know what can happen in the sport. We take losses every day, even though I may have had my hand raised every time I went out there and performed, but
You know what I'm saying? And that's just in height and stature. He was, technically bigger than Tank too. But Tank is comfortable.
Currently riding a 6-fight winning streak since his only career loss to Jamel Herring in 2019. Roach had Davis secure a world title last November by virtue of a split decision win over Hector Garcia. However, Mayweather claims that Davis is cherry-picking his opponents rather than facing elite lightweight talents such as Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Ryan Garcia, or Teofimo Lopez. According to him, if Davis keeps it up this way, then he will end up having a very unremarkable legacy.
Come on, Davis!
It's boxing. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. It's boxing.
Talk to Danny a little bit about what he's got going on, and just kind of transitioning. There's so much going on in boxing right now. I wanted to get you guys' thoughts. So, look,
those are lifetime losses, and as long as you went out there and gave it 100% in that square circle. If you gave it 100% and you happy with what you did when you went out there, then that's what it is.
Greg Hackett, a boxing trainer, had a different perspective, considering that Davis versus Roach was a good fight, despite Roach's lack of mainstream recognition. He acknowledges that Roach has the skills, but he just does not have the showmanship that Garcia or Haney would have. He said the bout is very important for the DMV region since both fighters have a history with Hector Garcia.
Fighters, he loves to embrace guys. So what was being around talking to Floyd? Like, what has Floyd taught you about fighting? And has it made you a better fighter? Because he could tell me all day to do that shit he does.
I'm become world champion and take things to that next level. And I've always been there for him. And just over the years, you can see I've always been positive, always said great.
This is not a surprise given Mayweather's ongoing feud with Davis. Over time, their relationship soured as Mayweather criticized young fighters who are more concerned with luxury than skill. He even took the side of Davis's opponent, Frank Martin, by giving him strategic advice. In the end, Davis knocked out Martin in the 8th round to seal his dominance. Before the fight, Martin disclosed that Mayweather had been mentoring him with the hope of finding weaknesses in Davis's game.
Come on, Davis!
claims on X that your fight was canceled the last couple of weeks.
He's the one told Frank that I was running at 5 o'clock.
Mayweather reacted by saying that he was within his rights to support whoever he pleased and would have done the same for Davis had he asked him to. To Davis, Mayweather's involvement just proved that his relationship with Davis was strained because Mayweather even advised fans not to watch his bout by promoting the UFC.
And become world champion and take things to that next level. And I've always been there for him. And just over the years, you can see I've always been positive, always said great.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what does being around a guy like Floyd do for you?
He could tell you, go run at 2 in the morning. You know, go do it when, because 9 out of 10 we know your opponent sleep at that time. So go run at 2 in the morning and go give yourself a mental edge, you know, like, because you know you out there working every night at 2 in the morning running.
While keeping distance from his tussle with Davis, Mayweather seems to be looking for another big-ticket matchup, a rematch with Conor McGregor.
To see an individual go out on top like that, close to $1 billion in earnings from fighting alone, I take my hat off to that. I'm actually, after the fight, I'm like, you know what, fair play to the guy. Much respect to him. So I'm not the type of guy to say, no, give me one more. And that's why he is in the position he is in. So hats off to him. If a rematch happened, I would most certainly beat him. I've no doubt in my mind. You know, he's claimed retired. I'm not the type of guy to begrudge a man. Like, you know, the fight game is a cruel, ruthless business.
In 2017, their 10-round victory of Mayweather over McGregor fetched the former a whooping $130 million, and the latter a sum close to $300 million. McGregor is waiting for his UFC return, but it's a good opportunity for him to agree for a rematch, this time around with different conditions, 170 pounds, and over fewer rounds.
I'd whoop your ass. He's 40-odd. Leave him be. Fair play to him. He got the win that night. Much power, much respect to him. All due respect given to him. Let's see how it goes in the next year or two with his finances, whether he is as smart as he.
McGregor has also expressed interest in boxing Terence Crawford.
Crawford is very slick. He also has a wrestling pedigree. So we're talking back and forth. It's like a 2-fight deal. And Crawford, they're talking to me here about you and me, a 2-fight deal.
And reportedly offered a 2-fight deal, 1 MMA bout and 1 boxing match. Crawford turned down the offer at first because of the concerns he had regarding MMA rules, but later said he would reconsider. McGregor, looking to get back into combat sports, continues to pursue other opportunities while waiting for official word on his UFC return. Fans remain very eager to know how these rivalries will develop as tensions increase between Mayweather and Davis, with McGregor looking for his next opponent. Will the mentorship by Mayweather help Roach upset Davis? Or will Tank continue? And will McGregor finally get another shot at the boxing legend? Only time will tell.